Okay, I'm back again. So this time I decided, since I did finish Green Eggs and Ham and Other Stories, I had a little time left. I decided to take a look at a feature film. This is a feature film based on a rap group. Let me go ahead and raise up a bit. There we go. It's a feature film based on a rap group. And none other than Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, MC Ren, and DJ Yellen in Straight Outta Compton. This is a biopic about the NWA. I love this. I really think this is a great biopic. It's great audio. This is an example of probably. I'm going to go straight into what I think. Picture quality, not so much, but listening to audio in this is really, really good. I think the audio is the best part about it. Though there were times I had to turn down the volume because it got so loud, and there were times it had some inconsistent audio in the film. So some points when they're talking, I had to turn it up, but whenever the music came, I had to turn it down. So there were some inconsistent audio. But I'm going to talk about this film though. So the actors in this are O'Shea Jackson Jr., who plays Ice Cube, who's actually the son of Ice Cube. And if you don't know, O'Shea Jackson is Ice Cube's birth name. But yeah, it also has Corey Hawkins, Jason Mitchell, and Paul Giamatti. And I think the best part of this movie is probably Paul Giamatti. I think, to be honest, he steals the whole thing. He plays a record producer, basically discovers NWA, and it basically talks about his life. It's also had some funny moments. You almost feel like you're with these guys, and they feel like brothers at times. It's also very heartbreaking at times. Like, basically, they come from the hood. They're known as gangster rap. If you know the NWA, which I highly recommend listening to them, because after watching this, I realized I need to go listen to the NWA. They had some great songs. The first time I knew about the NWA was their song Boys in the Hood and The Police. Not going to say it though. F the Police. We'll just say that. Not going to say most of it. But that was one of the most controversial songs because they get big, but the thing is it's very controversial. So, but they go to concert, they get signed, they go to their first show at Skateland. So they get signed, they go all the way, they tour in '89, which is the year I was born, so I think in June of '89. So they perform in Detroit, and the police are telling them, don't play that song. Play whatever you want, don't play that song. They start playing it, and it causes a giant riot, which causing the members of the group. There's also times where the police encounters him, and the record producer saves him, saying, these are not gangsters, they're artists. So, there are times where Dre, you really feel bad for Dr. Dre. It's not giving away the film, but Dr. Dre, his brother gets killed by gang members by snapping his neck, and it's very heartbreaking. It shows you how trouble this is. There's also moments with Suge Knight, which is just Suge Knight is not the nicest person in the world, and he's still doing time in jail. He's not getting out until 2037, so he's doing time in jail. But there's moments where he's a Suge Knight. The movie is actually directed by F. Gary Gary, who also directed Ice Cube in the original Friday. So it's really cool to see him do this. And he also, previous to this, directed the Fast 7, the recent Fast and Furious, the one I have not watched yet. He directed that. And he directed Men in Black International. I have not watched that yet. But yeah, I'm kind of going off topic, but there are some scenes. It's very tragic what happens to Eazy-E. Everybody, I'm sure NWA fans know this. It's not giving away the film. But Eazy-E dies of HIV. He's HIV positive and dies of AIDS. It's very heartbreaking, and literally he's telling doctors, that's not true. I'm not a faggot. And he literally said that. And he said, test that again. He was really pissed about it. And the doctor said we did it 5 times, and he's still positive. And it's very heartbreaking what happened. I think he was only like 37? Maybe he was 31. but they do mention it. So the chronological years from 1986, I think, up to 1995. I want to say there. So, and honestly, Tell Straight Outta Compton came from their first album, Straight Outta Compton. But like I said, the Blu-ray audio is a great example of how to do. This is a great way to show off your speakers if you want to listen to good rap music. But yeah, this movie is really, really good. It makes me want to go listen to NWA. And then, yeah, I'm not. Also, at the very end of the film, there's a dedication, Easy, which is just really. I think it's very tragic. It's heartbreaking. At times, I felt like tears are going to come down my eyes because of how sad this is. I can't believe this got snobbed for Best Picture because all these guys should have, honestly, I think, to be honest, G-Money should have gotten an Academy Award for this because I do believe this is probably the best thing I've seen. Probably, if not the best thing I've seen of Paul Giamatti since Cinderella Man. But yeah, it's G-Money is just fantastic. Yeah, even the record producer tells him. But also, there's some scenes. There's one scene I like where it tells you where they show you how a record's made. But yeah, it just shows you how good this is. Like I said, I didn't watch the director's cut, but I watched the actual cut because it was kind of the shortest. There's some really good special features on here. Like I said, Blu-ray exclusives are deleted scenes, becoming NWA, deleted song performance. But the actual special features on both discs are NWA, the Origins, Impact, Director's Journal, The Streets, filming in Compton. Compton's California, if you're curious. Not Compton, New York, Compton, California. NWA performance in Detroit, and a feature commentary by F. Gary Gary. So, yeah, I think I praised this enough. This is definitely going on my top 10 list. So, yeah. Anyways, final verdict. Now we get to the final verdict. Should you see Straight Outta Compton? Do I need to explain? Yes. This movie is easily in my top 5. I'm going to do a top 10 list of movies. So I watch all 38, I think 40 films. Out of all those, I got enough to do a top 10, even top 20. This sucker is going on my top 10 list of what I watch. This film is great. It's very tragic. If I wasn't watching American Made, I can easily would tell you this is number 1 if I didn't watch American Made. But it's easily, if I had to pick the two best, this and American Made are probably my favorites. The group that defined a generation becomes a movie of our time, and absolutely. The ending's real good. It's kind of sort of where are they now and what they do these days. It really shows you a lot of what this movie is. See Straight Outta Compton. You have to see it to believe it. It's great. But I can only recommend it to if you're an NRA fan, if you want to see a good biopic, or if you just love dramas, see this film. I didn't listen to much NWA, but I've listened to a couple tracks. Like I said, the first time I heard it there was an old rap tribute album that a band called Dynamite Hick did a cover to Boys in the Hood. I didn't know that was an NWA song. That's how I first discovered Boys in the Hood. And they do talk about them. They go to record studio, all that. So I think I already covered most of what this is. Like I said, the Blu-ray is good. Be forewarned, there are some nudity in the film, which honestly I wasn't expecting. Yeah, there's nudity on the back. But yeah, great, great film. If you haven't seen this, see this film. Even Peter Travers, who probably never listened to NWA, said on the back here, I'll read the blurb on the back, an electrifying piece of hip-hop history that sparks eulogy to the right now. That's how much Peter Travers is. He even loved the film. I literally almost cried when Eazy-E passed. Not Easy-A, Eazy-E passed on. It's really that sad, and I almost broke down in tears. I never cry in a movie. not in films like The Notebook. I've never cried at any movie. Come close, but never cried. This almost made me cry. It was that good. See this movie to get a chance. Like I said, NWA fans will like this film. I liked it. I didn't listen enough. I didn't listen to a lot of NWA, but now that I see this film, I need to get the Straight Outta Compton album. So yeah, that's my review of Straight Outta Compton. So I'll see you back here tonight with the final review of Universal Month, and this is gonna be very relevant to today. It's gonna be, and I'm gonna tell you the hint right now. It's gonna be a Spike Lee movie, so I'm definitely gonna end it with a Spike Lee film. So that's it. I will see you back here with the final review. So anyways, bye.